guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. So this week I thought I would share a few little things that I've been cooking. So online I've been seeing this viral cucumber salad and I really wanted to try it. So you just basically slice up a cucumber however much you want, really thinly. And here I've added it to a bowl with some red onion that I had left over in the fridge. I'm adding some garlic puree, some rice wine vinegar. I had this roasted sesame Kewpie dressing in the fridge, which I thought I would try. Some sesame oil, some soy sauce, and then just some salt and pepper. You can also add chili to this. I added a little bit of chili oil and then I just chopped up some chilies, and then you just give it a big shake and mix it round, and basically you can have it as a snack or a side. I've seen so many different variants of this online and I wanted to try it because it just looked really refreshing and delicious, and it really was. So this will be a nice little snack to have in the future. So the next dish that I thought I would try and make is a creamy chicken and mushroom fettuccine pasta. So I diced up some chicken breast, added some salt and pepper and onion granules to that, and just mixed it round whilst I cooked off my pasta. I just had some fettuccine, so I brought that to the boil whilst I cooked my mushrooms and onion, and then added a little bit of garlic and then put the chicken into the pan with that. When the pasta was all cooked, I turned that off and then also set aside the chicken, mushroom and onion mixture whilst I move on to the sauce. With the sauce, it's basically just stock, cream, parmesan and salt and pepper. One thing you should know about me, guys, is I try to follow a recipe, but it never really goes to plan, and I always end up just adding my own little bits and quantities. Basically just do it to taste, but just use the recipe as a guide, so I will link that below. This was really tasty. It created a lovely little creamy sauce, and then when the cream was kind of thick enough, I added the pasta back to it and then mixed in the chicken and mushrooms, and then I served it with garlic bread. It was a winner in this house, and I'll be doing this as a staple dinner. I did also save some of the pasta water to add to this dish at the end, and it's good for just making sure that it's not too stodgy and nice and loose. And then I just finished it off with a little bit of parmesan on the top too. So some of the other meals we've been enjoying this week, we've been really enjoying salads. So I've been trying to clear out what's in the freezer. So this was sweet chili tenders, salad and crusty bread with potatoes. This was a salad, chips and beef burgers. This is a big winner in this house and we all love them. It's just beef burgers, cheese with tomato sauce and mustard. And then I saw this can of Heinz chili beans. So me and my husband had this as a lunch snack one day. I just did it with toast and of course sprinkled it with cheese, and it was really delicious. I'll definitely be buying those again. And then another little snack we had was some fruit bread with a cup of tea. Yeah, this is just a nice little morning breakfast, obviously with some butter. And then Friday night we had dumplings. I found these ones in Coles, so I thought I would try them, and some pizzas that were on offer. So I did the children the pizzas. One was a ham and cheese and one was a pepperoni, and then the dumplings were absolutely amazing, so I'll definitely be buying those again too. And then this is just one of the meals that I cooked to my children. It was just sweet corn, cucumber, rice and chicken nuggets. And then myself and my husband had a sweet and sour dinner. I had some of these jars left over, so I used that with some chicken, peppers and onions. And then I made my own cheesy garlic bread, and we had that with rice, and that was really delicious too. And then lastly, I thought I would try to make a lemon meringue pie. It's been Father's Day here this weekend, so I thought I would make this for my husband as it's one of his favourite cakes. So I started off by making the short crust pastry with 500 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of icing sugar and 200 grams of butter. You then bring this to breadcrumbs and bring the pastry together using some ice cold water. Some people put an egg in it, but I never did that. You'll know when the pastry is ready as it will form a ball and clean the bowl, and then you'll just need to chill this pastry, and usually I just put it straight in the fridge, but this time I actually rolled it out on the greaseproof, put it in the tin, and then I chilled it in the fridge. After about 30 minutes I then put it straight in the oven. You'll need to blind bake it, so I popped some greaseproof on top of the pastry with a little bit of rice, and then I baked that for about 10 minutes before removing the greaseproof and rice. I did an egg wash on it and then back in the oven for about 20 minutes. Whilst that's cooking, you can start to make your lemon filling. So this is probably the most technical part of this dish, and the part that has to be right. I saw a lot of different recipes for this, but I ended up following the Jamie Oliver one, where he puts 400 ml of water into a saucepan, and then he squeezes and zests some lemons. I think I did about 6 lemons in the end. So I put about 5 lemon zests in that water, about 100 grams of caster sugar, and then 200 ml of lemon juice. Brought it all together, and then you need to thicken this sauce up by making a corn flour slurry. So this is 6 tablespoons of corn flour with some water, and then I used some water from the lemon mixture to make it really runny to then add back to the saucepan. You'll need to keep stirring this continuously because it really thickens up quick, and then you'll just need to add a few more components to it to make the lemon filling. So the next one is butter. This makes it go really creamy. I think that was 100 grams of butter. And then Jamie Oliver adds 8 egg yolks. I think I ended up only putting about 6 because it just seemed like a lot, and it was absolutely fine. So an egg yolk at a time, and just whisk that in. And you'll see there that the lemon filling becomes really nice and creamy and turns to a nice deep yellow, and you can then pour that in your cooked pastry tin. So the last component of this dish is to make the meringues. So in a bowl I've got 6 egg whites, which I'm adding some salt to, and then in a separate saucepan I'm going to make a sugar syrup. I think I used around about 150 grams, although Jamie Oliver tells you to put 350 grams of sugar. I definitely didn't do that much. A few tablespoons of water, and then just heat that through till it forms a syrup. Whilst you're mixing up your egg whites, you need to add this syrup back to the egg whites, and I did this while still whisking it, and then I just did this until it formed nice soft peaks. I actually made way too much meringue here, so you probably wouldn't need even 6 egg whites for this. So when the meringue is all set, you need to decorate your pie. You can make this look really nice and pretty by piping it on, but I basically just slap it all on, making sure that it covers the edges. And then I also popped mine back in the oven. You don't need to do this, you just need to make sure that the top is brown. So if you have a torching device, you can do that, but I popped it in the oven for about 10 minutes until the top was nice and brown. I then let it cool on the side before I sliced it up, and here is what it turned out like. It was really delicious, and I'm glad that I tried it, and I think the recipe just needed a little bit of tweaking, but it was a winner all round, and my husband really liked it. So that is the end of the meals of the week, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye.